In the production environment, there is a need for us to connect our Azure DevOps platform with our Microsoft Entra ID organization. This will enable us to seamlessly add users from our Microsoft Entra ID organization. Also, we can use this to prevent users from creating new organizations from our Azure DevOps platform. Today, I'll be taking us through how we can do this connection. However, there are some prerequisites that should be in place before you can actually achieve this aim. One of the prerequisites is you being an organization owner or a member of the project collection team. My name still remains Babafemi, and I would like to welcome you again to my channel, Tech Talk with Babafemi. Now let's take a look at how we can do this connection. So to connect our organization, which is our DevOps organization, with our Entra ID organization, all we need to do is to click on the organization settings. Then this will take us to the overview. Under the general, this is where we have the Azure Active Directory. So like I said, this has actually been renamed to Microsoft Entra ID, but that has not been changed here. If you remember, I said there are some prerequisites that need to be checked before you are able to at least connect your Entra ID organization with your Azure DevOps organization. And one of the prerequisites is for you to be an organization owner, which is what I am currently. Another prerequisite is for you to be a member of the organization, which means a member of the Entra ID organization. Currently, I have used a Microsoft account to set up my organization in Azure. And this Microsoft Entra ID account cannot be used to connect this Microsoft account and the Azure DevOps, because this is a guest account. A guest account is an account that is created outside the organization. So I did not create this account from the organization. So in summary, this account is not a work or school account and cannot be used to connect my Azure AD tenant and my DevOps organization. So what I'm going to do is to create a work or school account and use this for this connection. So let's even click on the Azure Active Directory and see. So here you might be seeing that this button is currently grayed out for you. If that happens, that means your user is currently not in any Azure AD tenant. So what you need to do is to head up to this URL, which is azure.microsoft.com/free, and you click on the start free. Then you complete the form on here. But for now, I will advise you that you only fill out your user profile information. Do not complete this section or this part that says identity verification by card. The main reason why I do not want you to complete this part for now is because if you do, a subscription will be attached to your Azure AD account or tenant, and that subscription will only last for 30 days. And we need that subscription to be able to create services where we will be deploying our applications and infrastructures to. I have a video I've actually done on this. If you would like to go through this video on how to create your own account or your own Microsoft Entra ID, please do not hesitate to take a look at that video. I will attach the link in the description of this video. So once your tenant is created, or once your Azure organization is created, the next thing for you is to visit this URL, portal.azure.com. and this will take you to where you can manage services in Azure, where you can manage your tenant in Azure, managing objects in Azure, object like the users, object like groups, applications, and the like. So for me to do this, like I said, I need to create a user which is a member of this organization. And I will use that member to connect my Azure tenant with my Entra ID organization. So to do this, I'll click on the Microsoft Entra ID. And so currently you can see I have default directory 61, which is the tenant ID. Currently, I have only one user, which is this user. So I need to create, I click on the user blade, and currently I have this my account. So I said something, a guest account cannot be used, but this is showing member. Yes, it's showing member because I used this account to create this Azure organization. But as you can see, the identity still point to a Microsoft account. And also, if you check the user principal name, you will see that I have this my email address, EST, meaning is an external account to this directory. So what I'm going to do is for me to create a new user, which is going to be a member of this tenant and also created from this tenant. So I'll click on the new user, click on user, then I say DevOps. Yes, that's fine. Then I can say DevOps connector, with the password. I click on review, then I click on create. So this account has been created for us successfully. As you can see, the user principal name of this account is different from this. There is no EST. That means this particular account is a work account and is an account that has been created from my Microsoft ID tenant. Also, if you check the identity, you will see that the identity are different. So, like I said, for us to be able to use any account, that particular account must be the organization owner in our Azure DevOps tenant, or that particular user must be a member of the project collection team. This user also need to have a permission on the Microsoft Entra ID. So I'm going to assign a DevOps administrator role to this user to be able to. I'll click on that user, then click on assign roles, then I click on add assignment. I look for DevOps, so Azure DevOps. Then with that, so let's wait. The role should be assigned any time from now, any moment from now. Yes. So let's head back to our Azure, Microsoft Azure DevOps environment. And let's go to, so there are two ways you can do this. So is that I go back to the overview and change the organization owner, search for that particular account that I just created. So let me just go back and copy that particular account. So you can go back here and say that account so that I can actually invite that particular user to this tenant. Or I can go back to, sorry, I can go back to permissions and add this particular user to my project collection administrator, which is what I want to do because I do not want to change my organization owner. I can only have one organization owner. So I'm going to add that particular user to this project collection administrator. So I click on add, then click on add user. This is the particular user. Yes. Then I save this user. So currently, this user has been added to this group, and that this user can actually perform the can actually perform what we are trying to do. Now, the next thing for me to do is to sign in to the Azure DevOps environment with this particular user. So I'm going to do that from a different platform or from a different browser. So I'm going to click on incognito. Yes, and say DevOps dev.azure.com/DevOps ng. This should take me to where I'm going to log in. Then I'll use that particular user. Now remember I copied, the password that was generated for me the other time. And I need to change that particular password. So I'm just going to quickly set a new password, for this user. Yeah, perfect. So I sign in to this particular user. Yeah. So I need to confirm this. So I just continue with the default. Yes. As you can see, because I've added that user to my project collection team, administrator group, you can see I have all the permission also to manage the organization. So I click on the organization settings. So as you can see, at least we still have the other user as the account owner. So I click on the Active Directory now. So as you can see now, I now have the permission to be able to connect the organization using this new user. So I click on Connect Directory. Then I click on the default directory. So now I can connect. So now that I've been able to connect the directory, all the users that are actually signing to my DevOps organization will be signed out. And this is to refresh all the tokens. So I'll click on sign out. So the other user, when we go back there, we'll need to sign in again to this organization. So I'm just going to close this and we create it because there are some things I still need to do. So I do dev.azure.com/DevOpsNG. So same email. It's a very long email. Yeah. So now I've been able to authenticate again. Then I can click on the organization settings, go to my Azure Active Directory. Now you can see that that is connected. Now I can click this policy to say I want to restrict organization creation for my Azure DevOps organization. So that's what I've done now. Except if I want to add some users on the allowed list, then I want to restrict personal access token creation also. See that these things we can do. So you will notice that if I want to create a new organization for my Azure DevOps using my second account, you will notice that I will not be able to do it. So let's go back to that account. So this should literally sign me out. Yeah. So I'm just going to close this now. So I'm going to sign in again using that particular user. DevOps engine. I'm going to sign in again using this particular user. So that is, yes. Now you can see that if I go back to the organization settings there, now I click on the Azure Active Directory, you'll notice that this has actually been enabled. However, these users still do not have the permission to do some settings, even when it can disconnect. All these restrict users from creation, you cannot do it. Then if I go back here and I try to create a new organization from here, if I click on new organization, let's see if we can even create. Yes, I'm just going to give you a random name and try to complete this particular. Okay, 6p. Okay, so I click on continue, and this at least should create an organization for me. Now you can see the prompt saying creating organization is restricted in your organization. Contact your organization owner for details. So that's that you cannot create. And at least with this now, you can now manage users, deploy to that particular. So sorry, I was trying to log into a different organization. Now with this, you could actually now add users, to this project or to this organization seamlessly from Azure. Now I can create a connection, a service connection to deploy to that tenant once I have subscription and services in there. Right. So that brings us to the end of this training. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that when I make the next one, you can get a notification. Bye, everyone.